Good morning, class. Welcome to St. Peter School. This is your science class, and in previous class we were doing the question answer of chapter number one, that is laws of motion. And in previous class we have covered up to the question number four, that is the fill in the blanks. We have already covered, complete the sentences and explain them. So in previous class we already did this. Now today we are going to start with the question number five. Give scientific reasons. So you have to give the scientific reasons for the following questions. So all the students are requested, please take out your books and take out page number 70. Okay, so question number five is written here. Given scientific reason, first question is A. When an object falls freely to the ground, its acceleration is uniform. Okay, so it is known that if the body, if the any objects falls freely on the ground, the body will move with the uniform acceleration. So, what is the scientific reason behind it? What is the reason behind it that it is assumed that the any object which will fall freely on the ground will move with the uniform acceleration? So, you have to prove this through your example. So, let's see the answer. When an falls freely to the ground, it is under the effect of a constant force known as the force of gravity. Okay, so we all know that our Earth has some force that is called force of gravity. What is the force? That force is to that that everything will fall down. So due to that force only everything falls down. Okay, and that is called the force of gravity. No other forces acts on it. Hence, from the Newton's second law of motion, we can say that this constant force of gravity accelerates the freely falling objects uniformly. This uniform acceleration is known as the acceleration due to gravity, which acts towards the center is denoted by g. Now, suppose, okay, so suppose what equation we all know that F is directly proportional to mass into acceleration. Now acceleration is here and we all know that the force is constant. What is force? That is force of gravity. Then the force of gravity that the earth is having, that is called the force. So, if the force is constant, means mass will be also constant and the acceleration will also the constant. Okay, so because acceleration is directly proportional to force, if the force will change, acceleration will change, mass will change, or if the acceleration will change, the force will change. But here we all know that force is constant, so everything will be constant. Hence, and there is no changing in mass, there is no changing in acceleration while the body will move. Hence, it is proved that when an object falls freely to the ground, its acceleration is uniform. Okay. Now, even though the magnitude of actions force and reaction force are equal and their direction. Now, come to the question number B. Even though the magnitudes of the action force and reaction force are equal and their directions are opposite, their effects do not get cancelled. Okay, now what does it mean? That even though the magnitude of action force and reaction force are equal and their directions are opposite, their effects do not get cancelled. So it depends on the like the magnitude of the force. For example, suppose if you are pushing a wall from one side and wall is pushing from another side to you, what will happen? There might be in the when an object sorry, even though the magnitude of the action force and reaction force are equal. Okay, so in this case action force and reaction force are equal, their directions are opposite. Yes, our directions are opposite, their effects do not get cancelled. Means um, okay, suppose when two bodies interact, the action and reaction forces come into the action. Even though their magnitude are same and their direction are opposite, their effects do not get cancelled because these action and reaction forces do not act on the same body. Okay, okay, what it's trying to say that they are not acting on the same body. Okay, when it will be happen? No, the example which I have given you that when we force the wall from one side and the wall will force from the another side. In that case, what happened? And they become equal and what happened? And it gives the equal force is zero. उस टाइम पे जीरो हो जाता है हमारा जो भी फोर्स हम लगाते हैं so wall is pressing the same force to us and we are pressing the same force to us. So in that case, what happens? Force become cancelled. The both the force are same. But this is the different case. In this case, what they are saying that their effects do not get cancelled. It means this is the condition in which the the body there are two different body suppose take a table square table. Okay, you are trying to shift table from one corner and somebody is trying to shift the table from another corner, suppose from the another corner opposite to you. So in that case what will happen? Might be you are you are also pressing the same force and that person is also the same force. But what happened? It is not necessary that in that case also the force will become equal. So might be in that case what happened? Force will change. But but if that person is standing just in front of you, suppose the person is standing just in front of you and you are also standing just in front of that person, and now when you will push the table, in that case the force will be cancelled. But in this case what they are saying, the object is different. It means you both the person are at the different levels. वो दोनों दूसरे objects पे है हर मतलब object might be same but might distance, there is a distance. Okay, वो equilibrium condition में नहीं है. So in that case what will happen? That force will not be cancelled. Now see, it is easier to stop a tennis ball as compared to a cricket ball when both are traveling with same velocity. Now, what's trying to say? That it is easier to stop a tennis ball, okay, as compared to a cricket ball when both are traveling with the same velocity. Now, why this is so that it is easier to stop the tennis ball and as compared to the cricket ball. So why? Because let's see the answer given on the video. Momentum of a body is the product of its mass and velocity. We all know that P is equal to mv. Okay, momentum with which the body moves with the force, that is called momentum. Okay, so and the rate of change of momentum of a body is equal to the force applied. Okay, so what is the force? Is the rate of change of momentum, that is called force. Okay, so now we all know that P is equal to mv. So mass of the cricket ball will be more than the mass of the tennis ball. Okay, so if the mass will be increased, momentum will be increased. If the momentum will increase, the force will be increased. So like we need more force to stop the cricket ball, while like tennis ball will be easier to catch it. So in this way, it is known as that it is easy to catch the tennis ball rather than the cricket ball. So you can see here P is equal to mv or F is equal to mv minus ut. We also derived this equation already. So in the given information, both the balls move with the same velocity finally stops. Thus force applied to the stop ball will be directly proportional to the mass of the ball. F is directly proportional to mass. As the mass of the cricket ball is greater than the tennis ball, its momentum will be more than the tennis ball. Okay, thus greater force will be required to stop the cricket ball as compared to the tennis ball. So why this it's happened? Because of their mass, because the mass of the cricket ball is more than the mass of the tennis ball, and we all know that the momentum is directly proportional to mass into velocity, or mass and the velocity. And what is the momentum? Momentum is nothing, it's the rate of change of momentum is only the rate of change of momentum is only the force. So force, if the momentum will increase, force will increase. So everything is dependent on each other, that if any variable will increase, all the value will be increased. If the any value will be decreased, all the value will be decreased. Okay, now last question. Velocity of an object at rest is considered to be uniform. Okay, so the velocity of an object at rest is considered to be uniform. Like a body is moving. Suppose body is moving, but it's not changing its velocity. Velocity of an object at rest is considered to be uniform. Yes, why this is so? We discussed this point earlier also. Velocity of an object is said to be uniform when its speed and direction does not change. Yes, because and direction does not change. The object at rest has uniform speed of 0, and the object at rest has uniform speed of 0 all the time and does not even change the direction. Hence, the velocity of an object at the rest is considered to be uniform. Okay, so we all know that what is velocity. Velocity is like displacement occurs by the body with respective of time, right? Now, a displacement, when we calculate the displacement, like some if there is some change in a direction, okay. Suppose we know that that from here to from Vagoli to Keshnan Fata, it's the suppose the body is taking us like a single path from Nagar Road, okay? But suppose the bodies, what they are doing, they are covering from the Lohegaon, the airport side. What happened? In that case, what happened? The velocity of the body will occur, okay, because there is a change in direction and that is the shortest path. Okay, so if the body is not moving, it's not changing the direction, it's simply moving, it's not changing the direction, it means body has a zero velocity. Okay, so in that case only, if the body is in the rest, you can say the velocity is zero, or you can say the velocity is constant. Body is moving with a uniform motion. Okay, now we are going to end our class here only. In next class, we'll discuss it with the question. Start with the question number 7. There are some word problem given in this in the question number 7. We will solve it in the next class. So till the time, what you are going to do, revise all the chapter, revise all the chapters so that and try to solve the question number 7 also by your own. Give at least one attempt to all the questions of question number 7. Otherwise, we are going to discuss it in the next class. So till the time, take care and bye bye.